And hello again, and here we are on a very, very cold but dry and sunny winter's day, and I'm out here once again outside because here we have my Ducati 888, and the reason it's out here is because I'm having a big clear out in the garage and moving things around ready for the long winter months. And one problem I've got is I've got no space. Also, another problem is at the moment next door's garage tends to leak a little bit and it causes damp in my garage, which is not much I can do about that. So I'm going to move one of my more delicate bikes around the back of the house in the conservatory, which takes me about 2 or 3 hours to do that. So it's going to be nice and safe and snug and warm over the long winter months. And also, maybe I can actually do some work on it while it's in there. So let's get started. And the problem is that inside this small garage, I often keep 4 bikes, and that leaves no space whatsoever for working on them. I mean, here we have my Moto Guzzi California sort of cafe racer project, which I've done many videos about. And in the last, what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I've done absolutely nothing on it because it's been too damn cold and I've had no room. But the good news is that my Merch 131 custom Harley is currently out of here. It's at my local bike shop having some electronics fitted to it, and that's going to be out of here for about 2 or 3 weeks. So in those 2 or 3 weeks, I can move things around a little bit and hopefully find a bit of room and a bit of time to work on this thing and get the damn thing running at last. But before that happens, I need to move another project bike out of the way. And the bike that I want to move today is this one here. It's my Norley. It's got a 1000cc Ironhead Harley engine in it, and the frame is based on a Norton featherbed frame. I built that about 3 years ago, and again there's a few videos about that on my YouTube channel. But since I built it, I've not really used it. Soon after I finished it, I hurt my back, which meant I couldn't really ride it at all. And since then it's just been sat here in the corner, slowly getting dirty, slowly getting more corroded in this damp garage. So I'm going to bring this out of here, stick it in the back of the house, in the conservatory, give it a good clean, and then maybe do some work on it over the winter months. But that's not so easy because I've got to go through a very narrow corridor in the back of the house, around a very tight corner, and I guess there's going to be an awful lot of pushing and shoving and pulling to get the damn thing moved. Doesn't help that I sprained my wrist, but today's a good day for it since it's dry and sunny, so let's get started. Okay, so that's the bike out of the garage. The tyres had no air in them whatsoever, so I had to pump them up, and now we've got it out in the sunshine. We can see the damage that a year or two in a damp garage has caused. There's quite a lot of corrosion here in the alloy, which I spent many hours polishing back in the day. The exhaust pipe's not a problem, they're stainless steel, as are the wheel spokes and so on, so that's not too much of a problem. I will polish all this up before I put it away, but next I've got to clear out the back of the house and get this thing moved. And here it is at last in my conservatory, tucked away. It actually wasn't as difficult as I thought it might be because I kind of forget how light this bike is. It weighs just shy of 400 pounds, and compared to shifting a big twin Harley out of here, it's a hell of a lot easier to get this thing in than I expected, so that's good news. And although I do tend to have a rule that says I don't like to work on more than one project at the same time, because doing so you end up with half a dozen projects, none of which are finished and often never will be finished. So in this particular case I will do a little exception because I want to do a bit more work on this bike over the winter while it's in here. And that work is nothing too complicated, it's pretty straightforward stuff. It just takes a bit of time, quite fiddly. And the first little job is to sort out the seat mount. Right now it's bolted with 2 little bolts beneath the seat, and it's a pain in the arse to take off and bolt back on again. It's very difficult to get to, so I want to revamp that and hopefully improve things. And the second job, which is not so easy, is I might end up painting the fuel tank. Yes, it's a fully polished aluminium tank, it's a beautiful thing, your classic sort of Triton style tank, but as you can see here, just 2 years in my garage and a little bit of use, it's dulled down a hell of a lot. Now I could polish it back up again and it'll look pretty damn good. But alloy tanks look fantastic in photographs and in YouTube videos, but in the real world they scratch and they get marked so easily. I mean, just a small little zip mark, just brush against it and it'll get scratched, and it's a sort of never-ending job to keep it looking good. And I think actually the bike might look better with a painted tank. What colour I'm not sure, maybe silver or maybe black with some gold pinstripes and a little gold Norton sticker, who knows. And again, I've probably done it myself because I've had a bit of experience now painting my Guzzi and I'm quite happy with the results, so I might have a go with that at some point if I get a bit of free time. And the third thing I want to do is at the front of the bike to do with the front mudguard, and I'll just show you now why I've got an issue. And talking about the front mudguard, or the front fender, here's the original aluminium fender I bought for the bike. It was, as you can see, far too long, so I've chopped it in half and made these stainless steel loops to mount to the middle of the fender. But as we can see, if we put it on here, I mean, it's not finished yet because obviously I've got to finish off these mounts. It's just far too narrow. You can see far too much of the tyre there, so yeah, not ideal. Yeah, and that's because this is a 100 width tyre. Actually, it's a 190/18, and that's quite wide for a sort of 60s style cafe racer back in the day. So these retro classic mudguards really aren't quite wide enough. So what I need to do is make, or find, a source of somebody who can make me something like this, but a wee bit wider. Not much, about 10mm, but that makes all the difference. As I say, there's a chap in Leeds I know who's made some aluminium bodywork for a friend of mine, William, with his cafe racer Z650, which actually I must go and see soon because I think it's almost finished, and I want to see that now it's back together again. Yeah, but so far I've not really found anywhere that just sells you this kind of stuff that I need. I did actually think of maybe buying some sort of carbon fibre blade and then making a mount for it, because that'd be quite cool, a bit of carbon fibre on this old cafe racer. But so far I've not really got very far with it because, as I say, I don't tend to work on more than one project at the same time. So this one here, this Norley, will just have to wait for another day. But at least for now, it's sitting here nice and safe and warm and cosy in my conservatory, in amongst the cobwebs and spiders, and it can stay here now until the spring. So anyway, thanks for watching and cheers.